I did the Tonight Show a couple months ago, and I had actually gotten offered to do it last May, but it was the same day as my boyfriend's graduation from Harvard. And I was like, okay, I could do the Tonight Show and get a TV credit, or I could go to my boyfriend's graduation from Harvard and poke a hole in the condom. What is gonna guarantee the most steady income? What is gonna get me a house? I once hooked up with a man who refused to put it in the back. Yeah, he refused. I was like, you're an idiot, dude. Do you realize that if I went on Craigslist and posted tiny Asian female seeking anal, the website would crash? It would crash. And for all the young women who are in their 20s who are like, ew, I would never do that. Ew, ew, gross, ew. Grow up. Just grow up, okay? I know what you're scared of because I was scared too. You're not scared of the pain because women were very good about dealing with pain. What you're really scared of is doo-doo on the dick. You're scared that he's gonna see that, and that's gonna be your shame, your inner evil, all your horrible secrets and lies. Sephora can't help you now. But guess what? When he sees that, he's not thinking about doo-doo on the dick. He's thinking, I just put it in her butt. And I'm personally very grateful for anal because I'm a little stretched out in the punani for my 20s. So when I finally did anal, I felt like I got a second chance at life. I was like, oh my God, it's like I'm going back in time. Oh my God, I had a little backup pussy all along. You were there all along right beside me. I didn't even know, like footprints in the sand. I've been Ali Wong. Have a good night. Thank you.
So you just had a baby how long ago?
3 months.
3 months. Okay,
Fresh.
so fresh
Yeah.
out the body. So you have a 3-month-old, and then how old is the first
A
one?
2-year-old.
And boy, that's a lot.
It's a lot. And the 2-year-old was very jealous at first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, there they are. That the internet is a lie. That's not how my life really is.
Uh-huh.
The 2-year-old was so jealous at first. And when there we go. That's real life.
That's real life.
When the new baby came, my toddler was like, Mama, she wanted to be a baby all over again. She was like, I want to drink milk from your boobies. And I was like, the fact that you can complete that entire sentence disqualifies you. That and your full set of teeth. I mean, having a 2-year-old is really hard. I feel like I'm in a relationship with an emotionally unstable woman who is also physically abusive and never gets in trouble for it. She kicked me in the neck today for rationing her Thin Mint intake. So anytime you see pictures of us smiling,
Uh-huh. It's a lie.
yeah.
Your whole thing on breastfeeding it's hilarious. I was crying laughing. It's
Oh, yeah.
so hilarious. And so you have 2 kids now, and I was joking about it being a thing, but like, will you have more, do you think?
No, I'm done.
You are.
I love being a mom and I like having 2 kids, but I've had 2 C-sections and I have suffered enough.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's my favorite mantra when it comes to motherhood. I have suffered enough. Whenever I feel mom guilt or when I feel pressure to be a better mom, to cook salmon on a bed of quinoa for my kids, I just think to myself, I have suffered enough. Yeah. And then I feel, yeah, it's enough. And then I feel fine about feeding my toddler a bag of chips for dinner.
Yeah.
So I had a C-section, and that's major. It's major surgery.
Yeah.
And one of my friends was pressuring me to not killers for fear that some of the medication would pass through the breast milk. And I was like, thank you, but I have suffered enough.
Yeah.
And it was fine. The Vicodin helped the baby sleep better.
Yes. Smart. Smart.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so funny. Your husband is actually, what does he do for a living?
He is the vice president at this like multi-million-dollar tech company.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yet,
Great.
when you are on tour, he sells your merch.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have to lure him to coming with me, and it's like become this fun, eccentric hobby of his to sell posters after the show. And I talk a lot about him in my act, so it's like this kind of meet and greet because I don't go out there. And he sells posters, and he wears like workout gear. He wears like a towel because he's like sweating. Look, do you have a picture of him selling posters?
Yes, it's huge.
Look at that, like
Look at
sea
that.
of humanity.
That's
him in the white shirt, and there's just like a sea of humanity coming at him. And then there's some women who proposition him. Yes, and I'm like, bitch, aren't you supposed to be my fan?
Yeah.
You coming to snatch my husband?
Oh my God.
Yeah. But
They
you know.
propositioned him after watching your show and going to get your poster?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
But he's just like, sure, yeah, I'll go on a date with you, and just like takes their money.
Oh my
He's like, next.
That's hilarious. All right, so you have 2 Netflix specials, and yet you do not have a Netflix account.
No. I'm still like super duper cheap because you know when I was like so poor for so long and struggling as a comic that like I just can't let go. So I will probably, unless they give me one, I'm never probably gonna get my own account.
See, I was poor growing up, and I had the opposite effect because when I was poor, and I just was like, I am never going to have that attitude about money. I am always going to just get what I want. I'm going to do what I want because I know there's an abundance, and I will always have enough.
Yes.
And that's how I live my life. You shouldn't live your life in fear of money because you're going to manifest that. But I am going to give you a year's subscription to Netflix. So I don't know where it is. I don't have it. I don't have that. But also, you flash your underwear, and so the next time you're going to do that.
Thank you.
All right. But no, I don't have it. But I am going to give you a year's subscription. What?
Was it on top of the underwear?
Andy, no? Okay, Andy. We have another one coming.
Okay, great.
Smooth as can be here. Ali Wong, Hard Knock Wife, will be available Mother's Day, May 13th on Netflix.
Hi, I'm Andy. Ellen asked me to remind you to subscribe to her channel so you can see more awesome videos, like videos of me getting scared or saying embarrassing things, like ball peen hammer, and also some videos of Ellen and other celebrities, if you're into that sort of thing.
First of all, how old are your daughters?
They're both. One's about to be 2, and one's about to be 4. They're very young.
What if
They just came out of me. They
yeah,
still smell.
I know. You're usually, this is the first time I've seen you not pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
But what happens if they want to be comedians? Would you want them to be comedians?
Would you want any of your progeny to be comedians? No.
It's a hard job.
It's a hard job because, like, now it's nice, but staying in those hotels, sleeping on those squishy ass mattresses in those comedy condos that are full of God knows what.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For women. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of women don't do stand-up because of the road.
Yeah.
It's not getting up on stage that's hard. It's going on the road, getting in a car with all these different strangers, being in these cities by yourself, and walking back to your car at night. It's really
traveling
difficult.
before you make it. You're like, I was traveling alone. I didn't have anybody. I didn't have money to travel. You know, you travel alone a lot, and you stay in these horrible places, and it doesn't feel safe. But you love stand up though.
I do.
You did stand up on your wedding night.
I did.
What does that mean? So you had
I
a
got
gig?
married at City Hall.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't want to have a formal wedding because I'm a stand-up comic, and I was like, I don't want to walk down an aisle for 60 seconds while people stare at me in silence.
Right.
That would give me PTSD.
Yeah,
that would be very awkward.
Right.
But for other women, that sounds really exciting. To get into hair and makeup is really exciting.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, that sounds like a nightmare. And so we just got married at City Hall, and then I also didn't want to torture my friends and make them be bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Have you been a bridesmaid ever?
No, that's cruel. I was once a long time ago. It is. I think it's mean to do that to women.
It's like being when people would ask me, "Do you want to be my bridesmaid?" I started to hear, "Do you want to be financially burdened? Do you want to spend like $150 on this bogus ass dress that you're never gonna wear again?
Yeah, right.
And spend a weekend with a bunch of BITC Am I allowed to say?
You can say it, yeah.
Bitches that you don't know?
Right, yeah.
It's like there's always some weird cousin with
Yeah.
braces who's socially awkward.
Right.
And then you're celebrating them and they're like, here's a penis necklace. Here's a penis hat. Let's play like pin the penis on the penis. And I'm like, if I'm about to get married, I don't want to wear a penis candy necklace. I want
Yeah.
a real penis.
Right.
That's not
Right.
the penis I'm going to have forever.
Right.
You know?
I have to say that's the record number of the time someone has said penis within 60 seconds. That was, congratulations, you win a 65-inch TCL Roku TV. All right, so the book it's very funny and it's really sweet. It's for your girls because your dad. Tell the story.
Yeah, so after Baby Cobra, I had gotten offered a book deal, and I was like, I don't really have an idea. But then I remembered my dad had written me this letter that started with Dear Alexandra. That's my full real name before he passed away. And it was sort of reflecting on our relationship, and it was really sweet. But it was short, and I wish that he had written more. And after he passed, it was too late to ask him all of these questions about who he was before he became my dad. And he grew up really poor, and I only knew him as this like successful anesthesiologist. But he overcame a lot of obstacles and failure, and I really wanted to talk a lot about that with him, especially at that time, but it was too late, and he had already passed away. And so, you know, with my girls, they only know me after I filmed those specials with them in utero. I put them to work right away.
Yes.
So they don't know everything that I went through to get to where I
Right.
am, and I think it's really important.
But they're not going to be able to read it until they're older because it's filthy dirty.
Yeah.
The name of the book is it's Dear Girls. Everyone in the audience is getting a copy. We'll be back.
How are you doing?
Good.
Very good to have you here.
Oh, it's so nice to
I
be
think
here.
most people probably know you primarily from your comedy specials, right?
Yes.
Both of which you were pregnant.
I know, and people always ask me, they're like, are you going to be pregnant for every single stand-up special? I'm like, that's not a sustainable career strategy. What am I going to get pregnant like 8 times?
I don't know. That's up to you, I guess. It'd be quite a hook. That's
No,
for sure.
no more. I can't
By
do
the
it
way,
anymore.
these are photographs from the specials, and they inspired people to start dressing up like you.
Yes.
We had take a look at that, and then these are just random people from Instagram.
I know, it was so crazy when it happened that first Halloween and everybody dressed up in the
Yeah.
striped dress. And it was crazy because all of these women said to me, thank you for giving us Asian American women finally an easy Halloween costume. Yeah, and they were like, it was so nice to be able to look, Olivia
Even got
Munn
Olivia
did
Munn
it.
dressing as you.
They were like, it was so nice to be able to not wear a wig, not have to buy a wig and just wear a striped dress from my closet and shove a pillow up there. So really, they're thanking me for giving them a cheap costume, which is such an Asian thing to be grateful for. But yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the I hate talking about representation because I get asked about it all the time in diversity. But I have to say that for me, I think those costumes were kind of a very unexpected, delightful benefit
Yeah.
of representation because Halloween is one of those holidays that's so joyous, but it can be really stressful, you know, for little kids because they're like, I have to get a wig because I need to be Poison Ivy, but for them, they were like, this is so nice to just.
Yeah, I was a wolfman every year because I never had a
easy,
costume,
yeah.
and I
You
put
felt represented.
Yeah.
Wolf representation matters.
finally
Yeah.
wolfmen have been represented. So, what happened to that dress?
I still have it, but the Smithsonian actually asked me to donate it to the National Museum
real?
of American History. For real,
You-
yeah.
you gave it to
and
them,
I
right?
said no.
Oh,
at
what?
first. Yeah.